Welcome back to Baby Takes. It's been a while. We're a little late. Things just didn't work out. We're going to record the show on. We're going to record a show on Thursday. We're going to do our first reactions show. But I was sick on Thursday. And then Friday, we couldn't do the show, obviously, because Zach had his rugby game. Sunday, we wanted to do the show, but then all the NFL games were happening. We wanted to be able to talk about them all. Obviously, it was still Monday night. So we just thought Monday would be a good time to do it. We got a big episode. We're going to talk about our pick'em. We're going to talk about some overreactions from week one. And then we're going to give the weekly awards to the Baby Takes Fantasy League. So Zach started off with our Bucked Up sponsor. It's still happening.
Yeah, so back with the Bucked Up, we got Baby One is the code. Been using Bucked Up this week. It's called Pumpocalypse. Every time I leave the weight room, I just feel bigger. Just makes you get that bigger pump in. Great stuff. Go get yourself some of it. Bottle, shirt, protein, whatever.
And is the free sample
and the free sample.
That link will be in the description, and it's in our Instagram. There's a link tree that you can go to get all of our links. The Hot Streak Fantasy app actually just started something new. They started doing football. So you do all the same things you did with basketball or baseball, but now you can do football. And football is really fun. I made a couple good bets yesterday, made some money with that. So still use our code BABY at registration. That'll help us out a lot. It's a great app. Love using it. So let's just start with the pick'em. Me and Zach actually tied this week. So overall, we are 10-6 and 11-5. Let's start off at the top. Obviously, crazy upset happened. Oregon knocks off Ohio State. Ohio State, I can't tell if Ohio State is just not it this year or Oregon's just legit. But Oregon was missing a lot of pieces too. So I don't know. It's weird to me. I watched most of the game. I thought Ohio State's offense looked messy, not very coordinated. Obviously, their defense gave up 31 points to Minnesota last week, who barely beat a small school. I don't remember what small school, but Zach, what do you got to say about the game?
Yeah, Ohio State's not it. I don't know. I live around a lot of Iowa fans up here.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think Iowa is the favorite to win the Big Ten right now.
Oh, we'll talk about Iowa when we get down there.
But yeah, I don't think Ohio State's the real deal because lose Fields, and they almost lost to Minnesota. Some people thought that was just a little week one jitters, but then you lose to Oregon, and
yeah,
if you're gonna be a top team, you got to.
Exactly. Oregon's a good team. I just want to see who Minnesota almost lost to because it was someone not very good, and that really surprised me. They almost lost. Yeah, they beat Miami of Ohio 31-26. So they put up the same amount of points on Miami of Ohio as they did on Ohio State. Obviously, you can't really – that's a bold assumption that everything was the same or whatever, but you can still look at it and cause worry for Ohio State. But moving on to the next game, obviously, easy game. We both picked Florida. We both got that right. We actually both picked USC to beat Stanford, but Stanford comes out and wins. I was not expecting this because I watched K-State beat Stanford last week. I'm pretty sure K-State beat Stanford last week. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that Stanford lost last week. So I thought USC, being a ranked team, having a top quarterback, prospect was going to be fine coming into this game, but Stanford put it to him, and Stanford came out with a win.
Yeah. I don't know, man. A lot of crazy upsets just happened this week. I just think this is my thought. Are they upsets, or did we just not really know where to rank everyone at the beginning of the year because we had a COVID year last year?
That's fair.
Are they upsets, or do they just look like upsets because of numbers? You know?
Yeah, I think the Oregon-Ohio State wasn't. I mean, not all upsets are actually upsets. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, but like theirs are ridiculous amount going this year.
yeah, that's fair.
And so are these upsets, or are they just the numbers aren't right? I mean, what was Texas when they played Arkansas?
I think they're
Top
15.
20?
15.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean it's Texas, so they're always at least decent. But we'll get to Texas. Michigan, Washington. I thought it was I knew it was an easy pick. Washington lost to Montana last week, an FCS school, a good FCS school, but still an FCS school. Yeah, and Michigan just took it to them. Wasn't too much of a problem. The next one's crazy. This is where we split. Zach picked Arkansas. I picked Texas. Zach was right in a very convincing fashion. Arkansas slaughters Texas. And then I think
here's my take on this game. Texas wants to join the SEC, but can't even beat the worst team in the SEC.
Arkansas is not
that's
team.
terrible.
They're not a good team. They're not a good SEC team, but yeah.
It goes Mizzou and them.
They're better than Vanderbilt.
Are they though?
And Kentucky. I mean, Kentucky's not good either. But yeah, so we split there, and I thought the best part was Arkansas tweeted after, like, welcome to the SEC or something like that. I thought that was hilarious. Pretty sure everyone was thinking it. So it just made it all that better that Arkansas actually tweeted it. Texas A&M, we both got it right, but that was insanely way too close of a game. Texas A&M ended up winning 10-7 against Colorado of all teams. Texas A&M is I'm pretty sure they're a top 10 team at least. I don't think they're top 5.
They are.
They are top 5?
They are. Iowa jumped them.
Iowa jumped them, yeah. They were top 5 and almost lost to the Colorado Buffaloes.
But again, is it an upset?
I mean, not an upset because they won the game, but Texas A&M is a far more talented team than Colorado.
Yeah, but do they deserve to be top 5? That's
maybe not, but I mean, rankings don't really matter until the last one. You know what I mean? Like the last ranking is the only one that matters. So pretty much these rankings are just for the fans. But next game, we had another split. This is where I tied it back up with Zach. Zach is a known Iowa hater, so obviously he picked Iowa State.
Yeah, I went into this game with a pretty good feeling that Iowa State was going to pull it out. But, you know, got to go with where their heart is. And my heart is against Iowa, so.
Iowa's legit. You were talking all that trash on Iowa week 1, but
they're not.
I will see, I guess.
Iowa's not legit. Iowa State was never legit.
Iowa State, I never believed in Iowa State either. I never believed in Brock Purdy. I was actually
Spencer Petras. You can't tell me Spencer Petras is the real deal.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But
He's the same as their last quarterback. He's the same thing as their last quarterback. That's all he is.
I was getting in an argument with one of the guys that he was saying Brock Purdy is good. He just had a bad year last year. And I was like, no, Brock Purdy's trash. Obviously, he's not trash. He's a D1 quarterback. But Brock Purdy, I knew he wasn't going to have a good year, a good game, or anything. He ends up throwing 3 picks and getting benched.
Uh, some of the guys up here know the guy that caught. Was it all three of the picks? I think so.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then the next game, it actually wasn't on ESPN. I just put it on there because the other games on ESPN weren't interesting. And this one at least was interesting because if you didn't know, I go to KU. And I hear all the time that KU's back. We beat South Dakota. We're back. But I knew we both picked Coastal Carolina. I really like Coastal Carolina. That quarterback's something special, I think. But we did you end up watching that game? It was a Friday.
No. Did they wear
Yeah,
their cool uniforms? Did
Uh,
they wear
KU,
those cool
no,
ones?
no, KU didn't wear the old ones. They haven't brought those out yet. But yeah. So we both picked Coastal Carolina there. And we currently, Zach has a record of 10-6. I have a record of 11-5. This week was not a very good one as we went 4-3. We each missed 3. Yeah, we each missed 3. But speaking of college football, I actually haven't taken this up with Zach yet, so I'm not 100% sure. But 90% sure on Wednesday, we're going to do a first reactions previewing the game of the week in my eyes with Nebraska, Oklahoma. Does that sound good to you?
Yep.
All right. I'm really excited for this game. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. And in my eyes, Buffalo is a better team than Tulane. And y'all know how that went. So that's it for the pick'em. Now let's get into our bold or overreactions. So week 1 ends tonight, I guess. But tonight's
Yeah, I'm
game,
watching it right now.
Ravens, Raiders. Ravens have a lot of guys out. Raiders are not good. I don't think anything substantial is going to happen that's going to change our mind in that game unless Derek Carr comes out and plays like MVP. But I think these are our overreactions. So don't get too crazy. We're not saying these are all like for sure going to happen. They're overreactions for a reason. They're just extreme things that we think week 1. If you only watched week 1, this is what you would think. Before we start our top 5, I have one honorable mention. I have it. I had to go hometown team. Teddy Bridgewater will bring the Broncos to 11 wins. Teddy Bridgewater comes out, according to Pro Football Focus, is a top 3 quarterback yesterday. Came out and just slung it. And I tweeted something actually. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you need to. But I tweeted something. I said, "Today is the only day I can say this." But Teddy Bridgewater outplayed Aaron Rodgers yesterday.
You don't know how thankful I am. You don't know how thankful I am that Aaron Rodgers played us the bat. I was kind of worried, man.
Yeah, because you were
Najee Harris
saying,
didn't play it.
yeah.
Najee Harris didn't play up to that's where I wanted them to play. But luckily for me, Aaron Rodgers scored a point. So
Yeah. And speaking of Aaron Rodgers, he's my number 5. My overreaction number 5 for week 1 is Aaron Rodgers doesn't care. He just came out, looked like I think he threw 5 interceptions last year, and within the 3 attempts in the game, he had thrown 2. Not like in his first 3 attempts he threw 2, but within a 3 attempt span he threw 2. So that's crazy to me. He just didn't look like the MVP that he was last year. Obviously, he only scored 1 fantasy point and got benched. It was crazy. What do you got for number 5?
are these in any sort of order?
They don't need to be in order. I'm just
Okay. Just go from the bottom up. I'm gonna start off with Jalen Hurts will take the Eagles not only to the playoffs, but deep.
my God. So that's crazy
Hey,
because people are predicting the Eagles to be like one of the worst teams in the NFL.
just watch Jalen Hurts play, man.
It's overreactions for a reason. It's overreactions for a reason. I get it. Jalen Hurts played amazing yesterday. I'll give him that. But actually, the craziest thing about that game is Devontae Smith caught his first NFL touchdown pass in the same spot that he caught the game-winning national championship touchdown pass. Same stadium, same end zone. Like, it was crazy. Unfortunately, it wasn't from Jalen Hurts because that was a game that Jalen Hurts got benched for Tua. What do you got? Oh, are we just gonna have this playing behind us? Pretty sure that's
And
pretty sure that's copyright, but
oh,
yeah, to stop the share real quick. Yeah, can't do that. But all right, let's just move into my number 4. The Jaguars are the worst team in the NFL. Everybody thought the Texans were the worst team. Might not even win a game. Bennett is not having it. He just wants to sit. But everyone thought the Texans were the worst team in the NFL this year, and I was one of those. And then they went out and stomped the Jags, picked off Trevor Lawrence 3 times, gave him his first regular season loss of all time. Yeah, it just. But I know this is overreactions, but last year, if you don't remember, the Jaguars beat the Colts week 1, started off 1-0, finished the year 1-15. So you never really know what's going to happen. But my number 4 overreaction is Jags are the worst team in the NFL. What do you got?
yeah. So I don't think your overreactions are as big as mine. So,
Oh, don't worry.
Najee Harris is a bust.
Oh, God.
Doesn't run hard.
Hold on. Are you just mad because he was on your fantasy team and did nothing?
No, I watched him play. He doesn't run hard.
He doesn't run hard. I watched him play too. Even though the Steelers
He's not
won,
running
he
hard.
look good.
He stops early. He doesn't try to, he doesn't keep running his feet. It's ridiculous. Najee Harris the bust.
That's bold, but these are crazy overreactions. Number 3, Lions.
They're only getting crazier too.
Lions are criminally underrated. Yesterday, they lost by 8 to a Super Bowl contender. And you know what happened? None of their receivers did good. But they had 2 running backs that did amazing yesterday and a tight end that did amazing. And Dan Campbell got that team ready to bite the kneecaps off of any team that's in their way. And they almost beat the 49ers yesterday. I think the Lions are not getting enough credit, and Dan Campbell's not getting enough credit for hyping up this team going into each game. The Lions will win games this year. I could see that based on yesterday, I would think the Lions are a better team than the Packers for sure. So are the Packers the worst team in the division? Bold overreaction. What do you got?
This is a little crazy. Hold back. Justin Fields, Rookie of the Year.
That is pretty crazy.
Because look, say who's not going to win it? Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence doesn't have the team
yesterday
to put up the stats to win it. Justin Fields is going to get put in, and this is what's going to happen. Andy Dalton's going to go in. Bears are going to be losing. Justin Fields is going to rescue them and take them somewhere, and it's going to get the media all crazy, and Justin Fields is going to be the Rookie of the Year.
Hey, I don't know if you were really into NFL at this time, but Lamar's rookie year, the Ravens were 3-5. Lamar comes in as a starter, takes him to the playoffs. He doesn't win a playoff game, obviously. But even then, he didn't win Rookie of the Year. So that is a bold prediction, and it would have to happen early because you also have to have the stats. Like last year, Justin Herbert had the stats to do it. Justin Jefferson had the stats to do it. If Justin Fields doesn't start till halfway through the season, then he's not going to have the stats to do it. What's crazy to me is you put Justin Fields in for one play, he completes a pass, you take him out, Andy Dalton throws a pick. Like, I don't get the point. Like, what are they trying to do?
Then you put Justin Fields in again.
And he ran a touchdown. Like, what the heck? Pull him out. Yeah, it makes no sense. I know he's a rookie, but I think he's a better quarterback right now than Andy Dalton. Like, not even just basing it on potential or anything. I think right now he's a better quarterback. But my next one, yeah, that was yours. Yours was the Justin Fields. Matt Stafford is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Maybe not even top 5. He might be top 3. That man was perfect yesterday.
Listen, I always said Matt Stafford has always been slept on because he plays for a terrible team.
100%. And oh my God, I wanted the Broncos to trade for Matt Stafford so bad. But the Lions are stupid. They would rather have 2 late first-round picks than the number 9 pick, whatever. But everyone was like, dude, Matt Stafford's never done anything in his career. I was like, he plays for the Lions. What's he supposed to do? But no, I love Matt Stafford, and Matt Stafford was perfect yesterday. Like that, his first drive through that 80-yard touchdown to Van Jefferson, just a perfect throw. Like, oh my God, I love Matt Stafford so much. Yeah, I think he's since we're going bold, I'll say he's top 3. Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes, Matt Stafford, top 2. He's better than Aaron Rodgers.
Fair. All right. So I do have a crazy one up next, but I'm going to skip it so I can leave the craziest one of them all for last.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to go the team that hasn't started the season with a win since Instagram was created. The Browns, the Great Browns, are a Super Bowl contender.
I don't think that's too bold. I mean, I don't know. It might be because the Chiefs looked horrible. Horrible. Like, obviously, Pat Mahomes is going to do his thing. Tyreek Hill is going to do his thing. But other than that, Chiefs looked horrible. Their defense.
Well, they were missing quite a few pieces on defense. They were missing quite a few.
Tyrann Mathieu. They're missing Frank
and someone on the line. Yeah.
Because he had a gun in his car, got arrested. But
hey, who was the NFL player that got arrested for shooting somebody?
I have no idea.
Hang on.
I don't know. But while you look that up, I'm going to do my number 1. Back to Justin Fields. Until the Bears start Justin Fields, they will not win a game. The Bears looked horrible yesterday. Sure, it was against one of the best teams in the NFL, the Rams, and one of the best teams or one of the best defenses in the NFL with the Rams. But still, the Bears looked horrible. David Montgomery was the only bright spot on that team. The Bears need to start Justin Fields, and they need to start him immediately, or they're not going to win a game. That's my prediction.
Yeah. Can't find it. But anyways, my boldest one of them all, Jameis Winston, takes a shot at the big MVP trophy.
All right. I would agree with you, but listen. He only threw
for 148 yards.
148 yards. And
5 TDs, though.
He only threw like 14 passes.
5 TDs, though.
5 TDs. That's crazy. Like, that's insane.
148 yards. And 2 of them were long bombs. That's the crazy thing.
Like, you take one of those long bombs out, he throws for like 100 yards, 4 touchdowns. Might be the craziest stat of all time. But, yeah, those are some bold predictions. And people forget Jameis Winston, the year he threw 30 interceptions. But the year he threw 30 interceptions, he was also, I think, 7th all time in passing yards in a season. Like, Jameis Winston's a good quarterback. He was a number 1 pick for a reason. And he just got LASIK surgery. I'm just saying. Tom Brady's never won a Super Bowl before LASIK surgery. I don't think he got LASIK surgery, but
It was fair.
yeah, those are our overreactions after week 1. And I'm sorry, I'm watching the game because not watching the game, just watching the game cast because Lamar is on my fantasy team. Even though I won already, it's already locked in. But speaking of fantasy, we're going to do our week 1 awards for the Baby Takes Fantasy League. We had our members vote for these. So let's just get right to them. There's a lot of awards. So the first one, start of the week. This one, the description is a debatable start, but went off anyway. So basically a player that you didn't know if you were going to start, or nobody knew if you would start him, or it was debatable if you could have started him or not. But someone started him and he went off. And the winner with 3 votes, 3 out of the 5 votes, Deebo Samuel for the Iowa Rugby Boys, which is Zach's team, if you didn't know, with 31 points yesterday. Man went off.
Yeah, can I touch on that?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so had Chase Claypool in there at the flex, and I was like, Debo's projected more, but it's Chase Claypool. Like, he's got to.
The Maple Megatron.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so I do some research. I go on NFL, and they're like, listen, you can't start Chase Claypool. Last year, Chase Claypool played the Bills, got locked down. This year, they got 2 corners. They're going to put him on Claypool and lock him down. So I was like, all right, put in Deebo Samuel. It's like, he's the guy. Chase Claypool did just that, got locked down. Deebo Samuel goes off for my team to put us at 152 points, I believe.
Was it 152? I thought it was more than that. Oh yeah, 152. I wrote it down wrong in the poll. But the next award, Team of the Week. This one's pretty obvious. Team who did the best. It is voted on. It's not done by points. But coincidentally, this winner with 3 of the 6 votes was T. Carl B with 161 points. Let me just read off this man's team. This man went nuts. Tom Brady, 35 points. Nick Chubb, 21 points. Jonathan Taylor, 17 points. Terry McLaurin, a little down, 10 points. DJ Moore, 15 points. Tyler Higbee, 12 points. Amari Cooper, 40 points.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Jason Sanders, 6 points, and the Bills defense, 5 points. So he got 11 points from his kicker and his defense combined, and he still scored 161 points. That team went crazy. And what sucks about it is he also had Mike Williams on the bench that scored 22 points. So insanity.
Just wait till week 6 when I get Michael Thomas off the bench.
Oh,
He's sitting there waiting.
he'll still be
off the
sitting there.
IR.
He doesn't want to play for the Saints.
He does.
Requested trade. All right. Dud of the week. This one's pretty easy. 5 out of the 6 votes. Aaron Rodgers. 1 point.
Yeah.
As a quarterback, you cannot put up 1 point. As a returning MVP, you cannot put up 1 point. And what made it worse is Aaron Rodgers was Aaron Rodgers was starting for Team A. Burke. Obviously, puts up 1 point. On the bench was Matthew Stafford, who put up 30 points. So that just makes
Would
it
not have got him the win,
all
though.
that worse.
It
What?
wouldn't have got him the win.
Oh, it wouldn't have got him the win, obviously, because he was going against the Iowa Rugby Boys. But the next award, The bench warrior was a player that was not started but went off anyways. This winner with 5 out of the 6 votes was Jalen Hurts with 33 points. But the funny thing is, the Steve Felice 13 doesn't even regret not starting him because he started Kyler Murray, who put up 41.5 points. Jalen Hurts, I don't know if I said it or not, put up 33. So that's crazy. Had 2 of the top scoring quarterbacks on the same team. Jalen Hurts was the bench warrior of the week. The disappointing team of the week. This one goes out to the team that just
Oh, wait, hang on. I didn't vote on this.
It doesn't matter. Your vote wouldn't have changed anything.
Okay.
The disappointing team of the week is Otis Koslow, who only put up 88.4 points this week. That's pretty rough. But
Well, this is the thing with Otis Koslow. He's got Joe Mixon on the bench.
Yeah.
Puts up 25.
Yeah. Devontae Smith.
He's got Chris Carson on the freaking bench.
Chris Carson put up 11. Yeah, he had some good players on the bench, but I mean, it's not a bad team on paper. Like Joe Burrow, Zeke, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Cortland Sutton, Deontay Johnson, Logan Thomas, Derrick Henry, Mason Crosby, and the 49ers defense. Like
I would almost say what's even more disappointing is that Team Calvin Young kept it a close game.
Yeah. Calvin right now has 97 points. He still has Justin Tucker and Darren Waller, but yeah, it was way too close of a game for a guy that put up 88 points in a week. But those are our awards of the week. And that's the last segment I have, actually. Zach, you got anything else before I mention something?
I believe that is all.
All right. So remember, Wednesday is going to be we're going to record it on Wednesday. I don't know if I'll be able to get it out on Wednesday, but latest it'll be out as Thursday. All that matters is if it's out before the game. It'll be the preview of the week or preview of the game of the week, in my opinion. The Oklahoma Sooners take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers on the 50th anniversary of not the first time they played, but the people call it the best game in college football history. I can't wait. It's going to be insane. But I think that's going to do it, right? You got anything else?
That's all from me.
Oh, follow us on TikTok. You're going to see some stuff. Once this video is out, I'm going to take some clips from this and put it on TikTok. And that'll be it. I think that's good. Signing off.